Hey guys, it's Sam here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got something a little bit different for y'all. On my stream a while back, we watched a couple days ago, depending on when you watch this, it could be a while back. The Jay from Day 6 and Disguised Toast from OTV. We watched their podcast on stream, and what you'll see after this little intro clip is me quote-unquote reacting, I guess is the best way to say it, to the podcast. More than anything, just listening to it. And obviously because it was on stream, we had the chat up, so some of the chat is on screen. It might be a little bit small, but it's there. And some of my interaction with chat, as well as just some of my thoughts during the podcast itself. So let me know what you guys thought about it, whether you watch it on your own or if you're just coming in to drop a comment. I appreciate it. And it's a long one, but it's a podcast, that's how it goes. So if you stuck around to the end, I appreciate it. If not, I appreciate you watching till whenever you watch to. Cheers to you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Enjoy the podcast. Okay, look, dude. Hey, you know, if you go to bingo and you lose all the time, I get it. But if you get your fucking 9th place placard card and you do the little fucking, dollar fucking ran-offs, dollar rip-off stuff games in between, and you make some money, it's fucking fun. Nona, are you Italian, Stacy? Yes, but bingo is hella fun, dude.
I have a list.
All right, let's watch
of
this
people.
podcast.
Did you have a list of people when we were playing Rust together of anyone who killed you?
No,
No?
that was cool. I actually like XQC, even though he called me K-pop Andy.
Hello everyone, this is Disguised Toast, and today we have the 11th ever
Stepdad is
Offline TV
Slovenian?
podcast, and I'm joined
All right.
by
What's up, Riyadh?
a very special guest,
Yes.
Jay.
So I can't
or
talk
Ish.
much on it.
People ever call you Ish?
Older people love it. All right.
That's just an online thing
Yeah.
that you did for memes?
Well, I mean, like, that's what I wanted to be called, but like, it feels weird.
He wanted to be
Why?
called
Call
Ish?
me Ish.
Ish.
Does it feel right?
That, it doesn't sound like a word.
Yeah, it doesn't feel
Ish.
right. So it was either Iaj or
Uh-huh.
Ish, but
Yeah, so we're joined by
Yaj.
Jay, our very good friend from Korea.
whoa,
K-pop boy band superstar,
I'm home, LA.
and he's back here in California. When I first met you, I didn't know. I thought K-pop people were all like manufactured in Korea from like, the baby age.
Oh, most of them are.
Yeah,
But
they
you-
kind of are.
Yeah, there's very few specific ones that have been brought overseas to be remanufactured and
VM.
brainwashed into the model that you see before you today.
And where are you on that brainwashing process?
I think I've unwashed myself mostly.
yeah,
I went soul searching.
and
Yeah.
you came back to California this week to play in that Head in the Cloud.
Not yet, Riyadh.
How was that?
That was fucking crazy.
Head in the Clouds was
There were
nuts.
so many people there. Oh, do you guys curse?
Oh yeah, we cursed a lot.
Yeah, Head in the Clouds, amazing.
Mm.
Absolutely amazing. Sean, he's always been a homie. He's always been someone who's like, even before. I
But
released
potentially LA,
anything
New
on
York,
my own,
and Texas.
we just linked. We linked on social media, kind of like we did.
Mhm.
And then Sean just said, "Yo, I dig Day 6's vibe. You guys are like a band. You guys feel like really authentic to me," which we're not, but it was cool. And then Sean's had my back since the beginning.
Brian is cool.
And
Thank
he's
you for the
always
follow.
just showed me love for all the projects that they have, and finally it ended up with me being at Head in the Clouds 6:30 main stage, second day. What the fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was this. We went to it, and it was this big music festival.
Yes, it was.
By like 88 Rising.
Yeah.
There's a lot more people there than I thought was gonna be
It
there,
was
honestly.
Really packed. There was a lot of people. Broden was there. Broden, what'd you think? Where's your mic, Broden?
It was awesome. My mic's here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up? The show was great. It was like I kind of likened it to like a mini Coachella in a way of like just the vibes were really nice there.
Yeah, it just felt like a very like Asian centered, especially because these days there's like the movement, right?
The movement.
And I just felt like it was it was a
Toast?
good timing for a festival like that, and it felt really good being able to like represent the minority. You know what I mean, like the Asian minority.
You know what's funny? When you went up stage and you're talking to the audience, you talk to them like you're talking.
Talk to them like they were
chat.
chat, dude.
That's what you said, huh?
Uh-huh.
Fuck you, dude.
It's like it's so casual. It's like, yo, what up, guys?
Hopefully.
I thought you were gonna say, hey, can I get a poggers or something at some point? But there's some people with like Pogger sign, right?
Dude, people brought Pog-O's. People brought
Pog-O's.
Weird Eyes. Those are definitely from Daft's chat. Look,
From
it
Daft's
was
chat.
weird because I found myself just instinctively. I don't usually talk like that on stage. I'll usually like space it out and be like, this for the effect, right? And just like play your cards right because you're performing. You're not really like Twitch just chatting. It's very casual opposed to being on stage.
There legit was
These
people there that
motherfuckers
had
brought Pogos
fucking
and
Pogo
Weird
like
Eyes,
signs and
I was
shit.
like- I literally said, I see Weird Eyes in the chat. And I heard that after I like rewatched the film and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, so just real quick. So potentially going to New York. That has been okayed with my boss already since it's Saturday. Obviously the Texas date. I would love to do Texas since I live in Texas. And then potentially LA because that's my normal day off of the week anyway. So I would fly out the morning of the show, stay like in a hotel that night, and then just fly back the next morning. Now you're good.
How much improv, like improvisation, is it when you're performing? Because I always thought like.
But yes,
doing
I'm
concert
really
kind of, like,
considering
I'm
going to
gonna
the LA
sing
show.
I'm gonna sing song B, and then I'm done. But you were talking about how like there was some issues in the back, and you had to like think on the fly about like repeating the
No
song.
tickets, but
Oh
on hand.
yeah, I mean
enough.
technically issues happen all the time. What happened was my sound guys, Steven,
No ATL.
so good. That guy's
It's too hard of a
legend,
day
but,
for me to do.
my people were on good, but like I think there was a lot of staff in the back and people were like traversing back and forth trying to get gear back and forth, and someone kicked one of the wires when I first came out, and the Pro Tools with all the like all the effects of the 808s and like the really like hard hitting drums.
One more time, Jay.
Connected straight into my next song.
Oh,
I
fuck.
needed that. Like the really like hard hitting drums. It connected.
I wanted to hear.
like,
I want to hear him do that
first
one more
came
time.
out. And the Pro Tools with all the like all the effects of the 808s.
I
and, like,
think
the really,
Fan
like,
and
hard-hitting
Moist
drums. It connected straight into my.
are
next
still talking
song.
about
I needed
going
that.
to LA show too. Maybe
And
Nick.
someone kicked the wire off my Pro Tools.
There's
so
like 15 or 16 people going to
Ben
ATL.
was improvising too, halfway through the first song, and I was just like improvising too, and then I had to like do the segment where I was like, "Oh, I don't think you guys had enough energy." I knew they weren't gonna jump. Come on, let's be honest, dude. They don't know who I am. Like they're not gonna jump. But I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna need some more energy."
Jay,
than
we
that."
fucking knew
And then
who you
my
were,
Pro Tools
dude.
guy was like, "All right, let's go," and then he played it again, and then we went in. So I mean, like, there's not that much improv usually, but like in situations like that, you can't help. Just a little bit.
So what have you been doing since
Facts,
coming
Kondo.
back?
Here,
Here?
asserting dominance. in
Yeah, this is
my
like the
room.
fourth time you've been in
Yeah.
our house.
I'm pretty much taking over Lily's other room. Did you tell them about OTV7's member? Yeah.
No, you want to go ahead and tell them?
Yeah. So hi guys, I'm OTVJ, also known as DPR EJ, also known as Sentinels EJ, also known as TSM EJ. If any other orgs want me, I mean,
If any other orgs want me.
I'm kind of just org hopping
And what games are you gonna play for them?
Among Us. Are you ready for Among Us 2?
No, I'm not. No.
I saw your tweet.
Yeah. The one where it says I'm not ready for Among
Yeah,
Us.
Toast kind of was done with Among Us for a
Was he
good minute.
burdensome? That's a.
I don't
that's a
blame
big
a guy
Atlas
either, you know,
boulder on your
like-
shoulders to be carrying around.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. It's like, oh, Among Us, this guy's Toast.
Yeah.
It's like Among Us 2. Is that the VR Among Us? Is that what they're talking about?
Among Us was like there's no expectation of anyone, right? You were just playing a game. Now it's like, oh, I can't wait to see what big brain IQ play Toast pulls off.
Right.
Facts.
And it's hard because everyone played Among Us for so much.
Yeah. I mean, there's only so many things you can do in Mafia after you played it for 10,000 hours.
Yeah, like it's
And-
all been done.
But they
Mafia.
expect content from you, brother.
Yeah. What about you? You said you were gonna start streaming in January. You tweeted.
I am. I'm looking for a platform to stream on.
Oh,
Yeah.
like you want a huge platform deal, kind of deal?
I would like to be able to pay for my next album. And I would like to put a down payment on my mortgage. And that's all I want.
So what if Twitch comes to you and says, yeah, we'll give you the partner agreement, the very standard partner agreement? Or do you want something a little bit special?
I'm trying to. I mean, like, I feel like I bring a lot to the table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I bring a lot to the table because, like, Twitch
Right.
is really inclined these days, as you can see, always on the front page. Who is it? Musicians, right?
True.
True.
I'm-
True. That's very
I
true.
was on your stream. I was on Head in the Clouds, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right,
I
it was
feel like we could work something out. You know what I mean? Like, but this is like on the down low between you and me, right?
And all the people watching.
Twitch isn't gonna watch it.
Oh, Twitch is gonna watch.
Oh, Twitch is gonna watch this?
Yeah, 100%
Yo, can I get 10 mil?
What? How much
Yeah,
money do
you
you
know.
think Twitch streamers make?
A lot. Bro, okay, first of all,
Yeah,
me
you
put it
can't
to
get it if you
this.
don't ask for it, you know?
so all I want money for right now, my only plan is I'm coming back to like stream, right? And I'm stream because I like to, but also my first 3 months I'm gonna really grind my hours, cause the goal is to be able to, like, the house and all that stuff, like I have enough to take care of it.
Right.
I just want to make a solid like 4 or 5 songs, but to pay for those 4 or 5 songs, I need a lot of money.
Right.
I don't expect a music video. I just want enough money to produce the songs. And that's why Twitch, you're gonna help me. Or YouTube.
That seems like a good plan because I know they are investing in music stuff. They wasted a lot of money to try and get musicians to stream, and they would sign on yes and then just do nothing
Oh.
and collect millions of dollars.
Wow.
But you wouldn't do that, right? Because you actually play games.
Yeah, I mean, you guys know me. I streamed on Twitch. I averaged so many hours for free.
Yeah.
Literally
True.
nothing, just because I liked people. And you guys were fucking cool to play with. So it was just having a good time. And it was how I de-stressed after work.
Streaming.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I guess doesn't fly with some people, but for me, this is stress relief, dude. I just can't do business anymore in my head.
And you just want to play games with your friends on Twitch stream.
Yeah, it's nice. Like, and then when
It
you're
do
not
be
streaming,
nice.
I was on my stream ban because I did bad things, bad J. But rightfully so. I do agree. I am apologetic, and I have learned and changed my ways. Those things will never happen again. But
What did he get banned for? What did he do? I don't even
I
know.
really, really enjoyed my time streaming. And what I saw one clip of you saying, it was so sad too.
I just
Which is
thought
usually how you
I thought
sound.
JYP told him
It
to stop
just
streaming.
sounded really sad. You're like, Jay really likes streaming. And I was like, Toast knows me. He just like really knows me, dude. You know what I mean?
But you'll be coming back in January now. Do you know what games you're gonna play?
Among Us. I'm playing whatever you're playing. I'm following your ass. I'm your protege. You realize that, Toast?
Uh huh.
I was.
He goes,
You are.
Yeah.
Because we play the same games.
Yes.
Well, you did start following me because of Hearthstone, right?
Yes, bro.
What a throwback.
Bro, you know, I made my first Hearthstone video because of you, and I had to take it down because of like Blizzard stuff. But anyway, I was always a fan.
fucking Hearthstone.
Like for a long time. I
Jesus.
was there when you unmasked.
You were?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because when you first started talking in my chat, everyone was like, "Oh my god!" And then like you kind of knew everything about like my stuff before I even moved to California, and that's how I knew it's like, "Oh wow, this guy's actually been watching my content."
I'm an actual fan. Like I didn't just. Come
That's
out
the
with,
key word,
"Oh,
don't
it's
impact.
Toast," like,
Was.
Yeah, like you knew all about the Hearthstone. You liked playing Hearthstone?
Yeah, I did. But then it got too expensive because I had to make a new deck and buy like $300 worth of packs every season, and I just got really over that because I had no money.
Yeah. Let's tell the story about how we first met. You were typing in my Twitch chat.
Was I in your Twitch chat?
You were in my Twitch
Okay.
chat.
I thought I DM'd you on Twitter.
I think I sort of got you were in my Twitch chat first, and
Okay.
then the DMs happened.
Okay, that makes
What are
sense.
you doing, Alfred?
I actually don't remember too well.
Yeah, it was. I remembered everything because it was really important. But I guess.
Imagine Blizzard and Activision making these
Yes,
great,
chat is
great free
great.
games.
And you started typing, and my friends started freaking out. I was like, "Oh, that's the real Jay." I'm like, "Who?" Sorry, I don't listen to music.
Oh.
I apologize.
No, you're good, bro. I
And
wouldn't.
Then I
have known
listened
either.
to your music. It's like, holy shit, this guy knows who I am. That's a big compliment. And then we didn't talk for like a year.
And then we didn't talk for
You
like a year.
ghosted me.
Hello everyone, it's me, Sponsored Too. And today we have partnered with our good friends at Kasori to teach you how to make your...
Yeah, I don't care about their ad.
For the record, I a lot of people.
Yeah, you really do.
And
You-
then-
For the record, I ghost a
and then
lot
I
of
message
people.
him, say like, hey, sorry, bro. I didn't mean to ghost you. A lot of things came up, but
Like
just
2
know
years later.
I heard about this because you were telling people, like your K-pop friends, that I ghosted you, and then I heard through the grapevines that Jay thinks Toast ghosted him. So then I sent you a message saying like, "Yo, you know, I
Yeah,
just-
newsflash, Toast asshole, bro. Like super arrogant, doesn't go, just ghost everybody, doesn't respond.
you know,
you know,
no,
it's
it's
just-
because you know, most people wouldn't ghost a famous K-pop singer.
I wasn't that famous though.
You are pretty famous.
Here's my thing though.
Uh-huh.
I think
He's kind of
people
like
know me,
niche
or people
famous
don't
though.
know me,
You
don't
know,
me,
like
which sounds really stupid. Like, listen,
Yeah,
he
that.
I
goad.
know it sounds dumb as fuck, but listen, like I remember
Snip my heart. Thank you for the
YouTubers,
follow.
they're like Asian creators. They're pretty poppin'. They play basketball. It's 2 of them.
What's he talking about?
My name
Is this
was-
a good story or a bad
It's
story?
a bad story.
Okay, and you want to name these 2 individuals that play basketball?
I really do.
I knew who you were talking about.
Okay, well there were
Are they
these,
Asian YouTubers?
they're Asian YouTubers, and then they came to Korea one time.
Okay.
This is gonna be bad toast. All right, let's go into it. Okay, so they hit me through a friend, and then they were like, "Hey, we were looking for people to collaborate with," and I was like, "Yo, I'd be down. Would you want to collaborate with me?" And that was when I was doing my my YouTube stuff.
Mhm.
And I was hitting like a consistent like 300, 400K per video. I was putting a video out every other week
All right.
on YouTube, and I felt like that was pretty okay.
That's good.
Their first question to me was, "What tier would you put yourself in as a K-pop artist? A, B, C, or D?" And I was like, that's where I got the question. Am I really like? Because people think you're famous, but like, where do I really stand on that list?
Mhm.
And that's why it segues back to this conversation. And I said B,
Right.
and they never hit me back.
Now, do you think that's because you put yourself in B?
Because you know what happened? The next weekend, they were like, "Do you go clubbing?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't really know clubs." And then they never responded.
And they just
Good guys, man. Good guys.
They just ghosted you.
Yeah, good guys.
So do you have like a thing with that? Like, oh, people ghosting you when they feel like you're not famous enough?
Nah. I used to have a chip on my shoulder, but I just realized that I'm just being petty.
Mhm.
I am petty, and I'm super bitter about a lot of things, but you can't live life like that anymore. Like, I'm 30 now, and it's just too much pain. I don't have the emotion.
Imagine being 30.
to be able to be sad about this, angry about this, frustrated about that anymore.
Mhm.
I kind of just have to like, okay, that's cool. But I do have a list of people that I'm gonna get back at.
I got a
As
list.
soon as January hits, ooh, the tea is gonna be boiling.
You got a list of people?
I have a list of people.
Did you have a list of people when we were playing Rust together of anyone who killed you?
No,
No?
that was cool. I
that was-
actually like XQC, even though he called me K-pop Andy. I don't know if that's a. I don't know if that's like a,
That's just X being X.
or if it's a. I don't even know. And he called Timmy Harry Potter because he wore glasses.
Yeah, he comes up with names for people.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, at least that proves he's not racist.
No, I
I was
think.
like, he's a cool guy. I really like him.
Yeah, yeah.
I genuinely like XQC, not because like of the cloud thing, but he just genuinely seems like a fucking entertaining guy.
Yeah, he's very entertaining.
that's
He's
X being
pretty
X.
Nice in person as well. I think just when, as streamers, you have all your viewers yelling at you, and like, if he does something nice, they all call him a pussy. So he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be a pussy in front of
jeez.
my viewers, so I'm gonna be like aggressive. I want to win," kind of deal.
Yeah, like that part of him, like I get, cause he's from the competitive scene, right?
Yeah.
But you're also from the competitive scene. I don't see you raging at people.
Yeah, I'm from Hearthstone, but I do hate all other Hearthstone streamers.
Damn, is that just like a thing?
It's a competition ego thing. Like when people say,
think Toast, yeah, it's his
someone
ego.
else
He
is
just
the
wants to be the
Hearthstone
best
streamer of all time.
for
I'm
Hearthstone,
like,
but, you
are
know.
you kidding me, bro? Do you know who I am?
Do you still have this conversation with people?
Not as much as I don't play Hearthstone, but when I was in Hearthstone
Yeah.
and people were like, "Yeah, he's like third best or second best," I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! I'm the best Hearthstone streamer."
Bitch.
Like-
Wait, who was in the conversation with you?
Like,
Hearthstone conversation. Like, who was 1, 2, 3?
I'm not gonna name them.
Is it Hafu?
Oh, Hafu.
Is Hafu better than you?
At Hearthstone, yeah, I would say she is.
Oh.
Hey, Hafu kind of cracked. She got
Hafu's-
challengers
Like we're
in
playing
fucking TFT the
Teamfight
other day.
Tactics right now.
Yeah.
I've been playing for 1 month. She's been playing for a week, and she is like 2 divisions higher than me. And it's
That's
fucking
crazy.
embarrassing.
You know what's also crazy?
It's embarrassing.
Jomi does nothing but watch Sana fan cams, and he's number 1.
Yeah, Jomi. I've been watching his streams.
Nothing but Sana fan cams.
80%
I used to know
Sana
somebody who
fan
did
cams
Yeah.
a
from
bunch of fan
Twice,
cams
right?
like that.
And then 20% Teamfight Tactics.
You know what he does? So I watch his streams regularly, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I've been getting
What's
really
going on,
invested
enemy?
into his journey into K-pop. I want to guide him to the right music. You know what I mean? His motivation to get through the 20% of TFT is a chore to him right now because
Mhm.
all he wants to do is watch K-pop.
Right.
He says no more Sana until after
After TFT.
TFT.
Right.
I think that's very interesting. He was talking a lot of shit yesterday, though. I just gotta.
What was he saying
Dude, he was talking a lot of smack, bro. Not about Sana, of course.
about you?
Yeah, about me.
What did he say?
He
about
told me I looked like he was watching my performance. He was analyzing every voice crack.
Mm-hmm.
And then he told me that I looked like I was infinitely tripping on my shoelaces over and over on stage.
What the hell kind of analysis is that?
What do you think?
Jesus.
He's an asshole, dude. Fuck you, Johnny. I love Johnny.
But yeah, you got him. You were the one who got him that autographed album, right?
Yeah, because I saw one of his streams right before I came. And then he was watching it. And he was like, no Sana, no life. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I like Johnny.
No
I've
Sana,
always
no
liked
life.
Johnny,
I wonder if we've heard
You
that
just
before.
got him like an album autographed by the members of Twice.
Yeah, that message is signed by Sana.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? How'd
That's so
you?
fast. What?
Oh, because it's in our company. Because Twice is in our company.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's within the company, like you can usually just like manager to manager, like you could be like, because everyone's always working.
Right.
So like the manager, like when they're dropping them off or when they're picking them up during schedules, they could just be like, hey, someone requested this, can you do this? And then we're always thankful, you know?
Mhm.
It's nice to hear someone's a fan of you, you know, specifically like,
Right.
yeah. So like you just be like, okay, just do it.
Oh, that's very cool. I thought maybe you went up to her like in person, and was like, "Hey, can you sign this for my friend in America who
No.
loves you?" Okay,
I haven't spoken to Sana in 7 years.
So is there? Okay, I want to ask this. Twitch streamers kind of all know each other, but there's also like some egos. It's like, oh, you're a smaller streamer, or like, oh, you're a big streamer, kind of
Yeah.
deal. Is that similar to K-pop? Is there like you were talking about tiers, but like, do the K-popers themselves kind of associate with people in the same tier, or is everyone like more, hey, you know, let's do stuff together?
It's actually a lot more chill than you would think.
Mm-hmm.
I think people divide not into tier groups or like popularity, but age groups.
Okay.
So that's usually how they hang out. Like in Korea, like 92 line, 91 line, like 2000s line, which is when you were born.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of all just congregate together. And then that's the Korean crowd. And then there's the English speakers.
Mhm.
And then we just all just congregate together as one.
The English
We are
speakers,
a
we're all
single
together.
entity. Literally everyone that speaks English knows everybody else.
That speaks English.
Yeah. Or like is like from a foreign country that speaks English.
Because there is quite a few K-popers that come from like Australia or like North America,
Yeah.
Europe, right? And you guys just kind of all talk English together.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
wow.
just you know, like even the parties will be like all kyopo, which is like Americans who lived in or Koreans who lived in America who came to Korea to work. And then just like English speakers that came from other countries. And then like I feel like it's kind of almost like different because there's a division because the Koreans kind of just hang out with the Koreans
Mm-hmm.
and the kyopos kind of just hang out with the kyopos.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a cultural thing, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, you're Korean, or like, oh, I'm not Korean. It's more like you're used to speaking English, used to more American culture.
Yeah.
And you just kind of naturally gravitate towards that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm sure. So who would you say you kind of mostly hang out with from the K-pop scene?
Let's see. I used to hang out with a friend named McKay,
Mm-hmm.
and then I met him on a program, and he was a really good friend until he went to Indonesia. And then I used to hang out with Bernard. I used to play basketball with Bernard all the time. And then he had his duties. He had to go to the army and stuff. And then I don't know. Other than that, I haven't really hung out with too many people. I'm kind of a loser. I just stay at home and play games.
What's it been like hanging out with like?
I'd say loser,
American
but a loner.
streamers
That's
now?
whatever.
I love America. It's
Mhm.
it's not just you guys, but it's like you guys are great. And then like this is unforced reaction. I legitimately like a lot of you guys. Most of you guys.
Mhm.
I will not say all because I'm pretty honest. I met some people and I was like, oh, okay. But
Wait, who have you met that made you like that?
I'm not gonna say. But it was I'm pretty honest and I don't want to like
Were they
cause,
streamers?
yeah.
Oh.
I don't want to cause tension. It's just
You're
like
causing.
just some people were different than what I
Mhm.
expected them to be.
Yeah.
And some people were like negatively different, some people were positively different. You were a lot more friendly than I thought you'd be. I thought you'd be a little bit more cold and more calculative. Even if like we were friends.
What gave you that impression?
Because you calculate things in your brain.
Yeah.
Even when you talk slowly because you're constantly thinking. You're constantly filtering how to say things.
I read somewhere that if you want to sound smart, you talk slow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm fucked.
That's why I talk slow. Not because I like talking slow, but I just read somewhere that people like you more. And that's it. I'm not usually thinking.
So it's a choice.
It's a choice to talk. Also, I used to like talk really fast and mumble a lot, and people made fun of me in high school. And ever since then, I'm like very slow with my words. Yeah.
What a distinguished gentleman. No, but honestly, it does really give that like intellectual like status bar. You know, like NBA 2K. There's like a Gatorade bottle.
You're a sage or a
Type-
sage?
Like I see the bulb above your head because you talk in that manner.
So it's working.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It feels like it at least. I was fooled. I was very surprised. Like you were very, very welcoming. You came out of your room after streaming. I know you were tired because I know what streaming's like. You were like, "Hey, what's up?" You sat down. You kicked it with me for like
Sheesh.
an hour or something like that
Yeah.
before I left. Broden's super nice. Like I genuinely like you guys, but America in itself just feels different. I remember the last time I came 3 years ago, and I laid down on the beach, and I was with my friends, and I remember just sitting there, and I was thinking it, but I guess I said it out loud. I don't want to leave, and that's genuinely how I feel every time I'm here. So I really just like America.
Does
Korea's
part of it
nice.
feel like home to you? Because you did grow up here.
I grew up here. It's not that it feels like home. I think it's just like I have so many memories in Korea. You know, like during like my training process, pretty much when they train you as a trainee or when they start, they beat your mentality to the ground so that they could mold you better. It's kind of like clay. Like everyone starts as like a clay figure and then you kind of grow up molding your own figure, right? Molding your identity.
Right.
Well, they want to reset that so that you're better sold as a product. So they'll beat you down until you're just clay again. And then they'll mold you. And they'll take full control after that. And I went through that. So I feel like that was a little bit traumatizing. And there was never any explanations. Like it's weird because every time there's something that doesn't make sense, and this is something that all Americans that are in Korea say, the phrase that we hate the most. I don't know if you heard this from Alexa. I know she was here. We'll be like, well, why? And they'll be like, because it's Korea. And that doesn't make any sense to Americans, right? But now that I understand Korean culture, it totally makes sense. And it's not a negative thing. It's
Is it
not
the same as
saying,
like because I said
you're
so
not
or
in
no?
your fucking right country, just shut the fuck up and do your work. It's not like that. It's like, no, like you have to understand that different countries have different culture. You're working in Korea now. And it's because Korea that you have to do it this certain way. And I understand that now. And I understand that I can't digest that. And that's why I'm here.
Yeah, in Korea, I know they put a lot of emphasis on like seniority, right?
They
Like,
do.
If someone's just like a couple years older, like that makes a big difference. Whereas in like America,
Facts.
I don't
Unless you're
think
Jesse.
they really ever like use age as any part of business. Like
Jesse from
in
the States, she don't give a
OT,
fuck,
the
though.
age gap is like between. We have like someone who's 25 and someone all the way up to like 32, and it was like I don't think age is everything, but as I understand in Korea, it's like if someone's a couple years older or a couple years younger, you have to treat them a little differently because of that.
Yeah. I've had a couple of run situations with that too. I mean, usually in the beginning, foreigners get in trouble a lot just because we don't know how it works.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we'll just be like, we'll go up to like the CEO and be like, "Yo, what's good, brother?" Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, "The fuck is this kid?" I heard a story of Jackson when he first came.
Mm-hmm.
JYP is the CEO, or I think he's like the main producer. I don't know if he's CEO. We have a different CEO,
Mm-hmm.
but he's like a co-owner of the company, right? He's a co-founder. And he's like the head honcho. It's almost like the boss,
Yeah.
right? And he has some age on him. And then this 18-year-old kid comes up. He's like, "Yo, what's up, JYP?" And JYP's just like, "Hi," because he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I think for the people around him, it was a weird sight.
Yeah.
And I think that in itself explains culture differences, right? Because Jackson's from like this English-speaking place, and he's just trying to be friendly and say what's up. But everyone around him's like, "What the fuck is going on?" You know what I mean? It's like one of those.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I'm sure like JYP himself is like, oh, you know, someone's being friendly, but like people around him is like, whoa, you know, like probably taken a little aback, but
Yeah.
everyone's just trying to be friendly. It's just a culture thing.
It really is a culture thing. I don't think it's a negative or positive thing. It's just a culture thing, and every country has it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think JYP is cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I really idolize him as not only as a musician but as a human being.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Oh, and he was like super nice.
Yeah, like he's
True.
always like, "Yo, hit me up whenever you want." I called him at like 3 a.m. one time and I was like, "Yo, I'm having a hard time." You know what he said to me? And that was when like Zombie was blowing up and like we were doing really good financially and it was good for the company. He was like, "Yo, you know what? Jay, your happiness is the most important thing to you." And I was like, how is this man that's supposed to be taking care of the finances of the company
Mm-hmm.
telling me to do what's right for me? And I was like, I fucking respect that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Did you guys speak in English or Korean?
English.
Oh wow, he speaks English.
Yeah, he speaks fluent English.
Alright.
He's a really smart guy.
So what's next for you? in
Man
terms
also
of
is fluent in
K-pop
Japanese
stuff?
and
I'm trying to get my name. Well, the goal for next year, 22, is to get on the top 30 of Billboard Top 100.
Okay.
And within 2 years, I want to be like next to Justin Bieber, Post Malone, Ariana Grande. I'm reaching high. I'm reaching really high. And I know like no Asian has ever done it before. I feel like if anyone, Keshi's gonna beat me there, but I'm on his ass. I'm on his ass, bro.
Yeah. Speaking.
like
So, I
Keshi's
think
cool, but I feel like
one
Keshi's a little more
goal-
niche.
You know how
You know,
Keshi
like-
was on the Shang-Chi soundtrack?
It's a great segue.
Alright, so here's the plan
This-
for Shang-Chi 2. You sing on
Toast
the
trying to get him
soundtrack,
Shang-Chi.
and I'll act in it.
You really want that, huh? You've
I
really
really
been
want-
pushing that like every
Yeah,
podcast.
every podcast. It's the
Yeah.
Shang-Chi 2
Two
segment.
segment.
Do we have the jingle yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're gonna get a jingle for the Shang-Chi 2 segment.
Mm.
No updates.
Toast been
I
trying.
haven't done
He's
anything to move myself
literally
towards
anyway that
goal.
comes on the podcast, he talks to him
But
about it.
If you get on the album, you have a higher chance to be on the album than I do as an actor on the movie.
Did
Facts.
you even try out?
No. What?
Why
No,
didn't
no,
you
no.
try?
He goes,
Why
"What?"
didn't you
He said, "How do I do that?"
in the movie?
Started filming yet?
No, I mean like for Shang-Chi 1.
Oh, I didn't really have aspirations to be in Shang-Chi
Ah.
back then.
Why do you want to be in Shang-Chi now?
Oh, I saw Shang-Chi 1. I was like, damn, this really speaks to me as an Asian.
Oh, ooh.
Right.
Mm.
So I want to be in it.
Okay, so that was a PR reason. What's the real reason you want to be in Shang-Chi?
I think, I mean, it's a Marvel movie, and to be part of that.
Mm.
Like, you don't want to play a character that shows up and dies, because then you'll never be a big deal afterwards. You want to show up as like a character that appears for 5 seconds, but it's like, oh, I wonder who that guy is. And then 5 years after that, when I'm like 38,
Yeah.
I get my own movie.
So he wants to be the guy that's in the F Hero Changbin Millie vid. When F Hero comes on, he's the dude sitting on like the side of the chair. Cause I don't know who the fuck that guy is, but I want to know.
The
MP.
critical role.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
predecessor. Okay. You take that role, I'll take the 5 seconds that has no impact,
Uh-huh.
but still gets face time. I'll take that, and then you can do the other one.
No, you're gonna be on the album. Like, you just release some really good music over the next 2 years, and they'll definitely hit you up. Cause it's like,
Yeah, just
yo,
be on the
we need
soundtrack with
Asian singers
Sodi.
on this album.
Yo.
There's not that much Asian singers.
Yeah. I aspire to be the best version of myself.
Mhm.
I don't know how high it's gonna get me, but I'm on Keshi's ass, dude. I'm on his ass.
I'm sure stream will help because Keshi doesn't really stream.
Oh yeah, of course. But you know, Keshi's like a hardcore gamer.
Is he?
He's like a Tarkov gamer.
Yeah, you play Tarkov a lot.
I
You
quit.
play with him?
That game is forsaken.
Why?
Nikita forsook it. Forsook it. Forsook it.
For shook.
Forsook.
I don't.
That game is forsaken, and I will wholeheartedly say that with my chest.
Why? happened?
I don't think the developers care.
Oh.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate because the game's great. It's a great idea. I love the game.
Forsook.
Forsook. It's forsook?
Yeah.
I've never heard that in my life. That's some SAT shit I'm never gonna use again. But the game is so great. There's so many content creators that are good at the game and love the game, but it's literally just unplayable.
It seems like a game you will like because you like griefing people, is what I
Yeah.
realized.
Because you can take everything they own and they work for.
Yeah, you enjoy that, don't you?
I do. I'm a very cynical person. So every game I play, I don't play single player games because I don't find satisfaction in it. I need to be better than someone else.
Yeah, you go to a multiplayer and you just like stalk people and kill them and take all the stuff they've been working for the last hour.
Yeah. I think you're talking about me when I got hit with the asteroid.
Oh, in Minecraft?
Yeah, and the time that Sykkuno killed me for no reason, just out in the open.
You remember
Out
these
in the
things,
wild.
huh?
You remember these things.
Yeah, you remember? Yeah, I have a list. Remember guys?
And
I have a list.
And the
Yeah, when
asteroids
Impact
on it.
nuked the
Oh, yeah,
server,
that's right.
when
I'm
Zach
being
nuked the
disaster.
server.
For
you know.
sure. Sykkuno killed me. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see Sykkuno.
So yeah, it was the same in Rust. You just seem like you really enjoy like those hardcore games.
Okay. Let's talk about Rust real quick. I felt bad. At that point, I didn't even know what griefing was. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what
I didn't know what griefing meant.
random deathmatch. That's the term, right?
Right.
I didn't even know what that was. I just thought everyone was fucking around, having a good time. I shot a rocket. I am sorry. I legitimately apologize if I tilted people. I felt really fucking bad. So what the situation was,
But I also enjoyed it.
was we were breaking XQC out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Sykkuno was yelling through the closed door, Jay, oh my Jesus, bring the explosives. And I brought all the explosives, I busted open the door.
Sounds just like
We let
Sykkuno.
XQC out. XQC ended up taking over the base.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of all that, I had one rocket left. So I was like, fuck it. And there was a bunch of people sitting in the middle. I was just like, all right. And I just shot it. And I laughed and I logged off. I didn't think much of it. I was like, that was great. I'll log out. And all of a sudden, on LSF, which I found for the first time that day through Twitter, they were like, this guy is a fucking bitch. Asshole motherfucker. And I was like, wait, what did I do? And it turns out I was an asshole. And I didn't know that. But now I do. So I'm not doing it anymore.
Honestly, with LSF, it's pretty much like when you do something one of the favorite streamers don't like, they kind of like talk shit. But then after 1 week, they just forget about it.
True.
Really? Because they didn't really say anything when I owned XQC in his group with Timmy. 2v6 for like an hour.
Well, they don't talk about stuff that makes their stream look bad.
They were pretty mad. It was fun.
Yeah.
Good times.
Good times, right?
Good times.
All right. Next up, we have. Do you know we do viewer questions here?
Oh,
That's one of our segments on the podcast.
I don't think I've watched any of the podcasts all the way through.
Great, thanks for that.
I just did my
Thank you
like
so much.
studying. Yeah.
Yeah, at least being honest, you know.
Of course. Of course.
Well, we got 2 questions this week. Lion Blaze 77. Have you ever lost passion for the activities you do in a day-to-day life? And how do you find that passion again? Lately, I've been struggling with passion and am curious about your thoughts. You ever lose passion for something because you do it so much?
Yeah.
Like what?
Performing.
You lose passion for that?
Yep.
But I thought performing like on stage or just performing in general.
Performing on stage with my group. It was burdensome.
Because it was
because-
like a lot of it, a lot of traveling, a lot
Mm-mm.
of.
None of that. It was just the fact that I had to perform with the team
Mm-hmm.
and I had to be on timing. Because a band, if one instrument goes out,
Right.
everyone's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lead guitar, so I'm hitting all the. If I go out, we're all fucked
Mm-hmm.
because the whole auditorium is gonna hear it. That was very burdensome. That's why I felt so free on stage, ahead in the clouds, because all I was doing was,
Mm-hmm.
just the whole time. Like, it just felt so good and freeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How much of it was your responsibility? Like when it came to the instruments, like were you responsible
Yeah.
all of like
Yeah,
you don't
all
have
of
like
it.
people helping you or like following you around doing all this stuff?
Oh yeah, of course. We have techs that'll like press the switchboards for us.
Right.
Because usually when you play guitar, you have like effectors, right?
Yeah.
And they're like little pedal boards, and we do them analog. So analog means like they're like wired. It's not
They're
electronic
better.
because people have like. It's hard to explain. Basically, what you have to do as a guitarist is play DDR while you're doing guitar, and I'm kind of singing at the same time. And I did that for a year, and I was losing my mind because I was like, I became a zombie, like while like doing DDR,
Right.
trying to switch in, switch off like 3 different effectors at once. And
Easy solution. You just build a looper or a controller, and it's not that hard. And being from JYP, they definitely have the resources to make those switches. They're not. I mean, you can buy them. I used to have one, and it was maybe $150. You could just build it too, but I don't have I don't solder that well, so I can't build it. But like,
we couldn't do that anymore, so we eventually ended up hiring tech
Mm-hmm.
to help us, and that made things a lot easier for sure.
Yeah.
But it's still burdensome. Like it's hard. It's hard to sing like on upbeat when you're playing on downbeat, and then like you're trying to run a line and a lick while you're singing, and it's just like I didn't want to let the boys down, you know, because
Yeah.
they're the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone works their ass off to get there, and you don't want to be the one that's fucking it up for everybody. So that was a huge burden.
Yeah, it sounds very stressful.
Yeah.
To like have to do both at the same time and have like so many people rely on you for not screwing up because then you
the
fucking-
boys.
Yeah, and like I think that was a little bit of a stress thing for sure.
Mhm.
And the clouds, I fucked up a lot, but I was like, this is me. I don't care. I'm stupid. Who cares? Like, you know what I mean? It's just like one of those.
So you kind of found like more passion in doing stuff like
Well, it's
that.
because he had a
I wouldn't
dedicated
say
band
I
for him.
found
He
more
didn't have to play,
passion.
you know.
I think I became relaxed enough to feel the passion again. It's always been
Mhm.
there, but it just kind of went cold for a while.
Yeah.
Surprise! It's me, Sponsor Toast, here to tell you that Kasori
See you later, sponsored toast.
I think I'm similar with like streaming games. At the very beginning, it's like it's
Oh, we're gonna do this now, internet? Okay. It's gonna be like this now.
really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, like people are watching me perform, and I'm just playing a game, and this is awesome.
Yo.
And then
Cause I skipped the ad? Cause I skipped the ad read?
I think I'm similar with like streaming games. At the very beginning, it's like it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, like people are watching me perform, and I'm just playing a game, and this is awesome. And then after a while, it's like people expect you to stream every single day on time for like 5.
Look, I'm gonna do my fucking internet speed test right now, and I swear to God, dude, it's gonna be something that's crazy, and I'm gonna be like, why are we having a problem? It's a fucking podcast video.
5 hours playing a very peculiar game. It's like, oh, what if I want to play on a League of Legends? They're like, no, we want Hearthstone. And if you play League,
No,
I'm
we
gonna
want
leave.
Hearthstone.
And then you watch your viewership go down to like 10% of what it should be. And it's like, huh.
Really?
Yeah, it's like I'm not. This feels so bad, right? And at some point, you just kind of either you just lose passion for it and you keep streaming Hearthstone to maintain your relevancy, or you just say, fuck it, I don't care about my viewer count. I'm just gonna do
Yeah.
what makes me happy. But then the viewer count is
The
so
Nick-
low
the
that
Nick
you
Merckx
can't
way.
be happy. So you just go back to playing Hearthstone for a while.
I'm gonna say this.
Fell off
I
playing
can't
for
imagine the
25,000
stress
people
that
still
you guys have
playing Apex.
as professional
Look at this
streamers
shit, man.
with the viewer count.
It's 858
I wasn't
down
even
and
making
860
money,
up, and we
and I
have a
was getting
problem with the
stressed
fucking
out.
podcast video.
And it had no relevance to anything.
Facts impact.
So I can't imagine how stressful it is that seeing that number drop, in your mind you're equating, oh, my income's dropping. That must be fucking stressful, dude.
Yeah, some streamers leave their viewer count off because of that, but a lot of them leave it on to like try and figure out what's going wrong. It's like, oh, my viewer is dropping. Am I not playing the right game? Am I not being funny enough? I used to have it on, But every time it would go down by like 1,000, I
Yeah.
just start getting in my own head. It's like I need to be funnier. I need to say louder things or do something.
Yeah.
But that kind of makes things worse because then you stop being like
Not
genuine.
genuine,
You're kind
yeah.
of forcing things,
Yeah.
and then more people leave, and it's like this really negative spiral. But sometimes people just aren't like. Sometimes it's just a down day, right?
Yeah.
And not a lot of people are watching, but no, it's definitely stressful, and especially if you're like a mid-sized streamer, you're trying to grind it out,
Yeah.
but it's just not working. As a big streamer, you can kind of do whatever you want and people will watch, but yeah, it's tough. But
Like even
Same when you're a
big
small
streamers,
streamer.
I'm
You're the
imagining,
fuck
like,
you on. Doesn't matter.
They must be stressed out too, because like on their big days, because they're bigger, right? So they have
Yeah.
a larger scale to go by sample size.
yeah,
On their off days, they must go from like 30 to like 15K. How would you feel? You
Yeah.
lost 15,000 viewers, dude.
yeah, we don't really think about it, but to a lot of people, 15,000 is still like so much. But for the big streamer,
It's like half.
half of it.
Yeah.
Like we don't really think, oh, he has half viewership. It's like, oh wow, 15K. But as the big streamer, it's like I just lost half my viewers.
and
'cause
you
I'm-
lose your mind, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, do I need to go back to playing the game I was playing? What was I doing that was getting 30,000 viewers? Do I need to do big collabs? And it's this
15K dead stream.
constant
True.
environment and culture of like big collabs, like big lobbies.
Nick Merckx
That's
fell
how
off. He's only streaming to
shy away
20,000
from
people.
Among Us these days, because like with Among Us, a lot of people feel like to make it poppin', you have to invite big streamers, famous celebrities.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of pressure because people expect each lobby to be such bangers, and it's kind of forcing people to behave a certain way, and
Yeah.
that kind of drove me away from.
Shroud's stream's been pretty light lately. He's only
watching the
averaging like
game
10 to
that it was when we
15,000,
first started
unless
playing.
it's the Valorant watch party.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, hey, let's just have fun with friends. Like when you joined, that was still really chill.
Yeah. It was like just fun lobbies with random new people every time.
Yeah, and then like we did that thing where you like intro yourself in front of everyone, and we just had a good time. But nowadays, like the lobbies are so different.
Are they like sweatier or like what's the difference?
No, they're not. I would say the opposite, because everyone plays the game at such a high level now that it's hard to sweat, and it's mostly just people trying to make content.
I was
It's like
trolling around.
a lot of trolling around. Because it's just hard to play the game like at a higher level now, because everyone's at that level. So you go to trolling,
Yeah.
but then that kind of ruins the game of Among Us.
Yeah,
like Mafia,
'cause-
because like the whole point is that everyone's playing their best. But when like good guys are acting like bad guys are acting like good guys, things just, it's not really about the game. It's more about the content.
Mm.
And for someone like me, it's like I just like winning at games. I like being
Yeah.
competitive, but it just doesn't feel that way these days. Who knows? Might play again,
Among Us?
Among Us.
I thought you weren't ready.
Yeah, like in 1 year.
Among Us.
It might be a little late on the hype. Isn't it coming out like soon? Like really soon?
Yeah,
Season
it's
two?
a new update today. It just got released.
Oh,
But maybe next year they'll have a bigger update.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting that you don't want to jump onto that right now.
Yeah.
Is it because you're comfortable? Like you feel like you're good right now? You're just chilling?
Yeah. I like playing games because I'm passionate about it. And when people ask me for Among Us, I wouldn't be playing for the game. I'd be playing to make people happy.
Oh yeah.
And because of that, like Pokey and Ray asked me to play tomorrow, and I said,
Mm.
"Love you guys, but I can't do it because
Mm.
it would just be me kind of putting on like clown makeup and like
Yeah.
tap dancing on the stage. Kind
Imagine
of
putting on
Yeah,
clown
yeah,
makeup?
and I have a big IQ. I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm actually interested in figuring out who is the imposter. It would be like playing it ironically.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. So
I see. So what's gonna change between now and January that you feel like you'll be ready then?
I think I would play late 2022.
Oh wow, like a full year you mean?
Yeah, like a full year.
Oh okay. I could see how things would change, how you would cool off.
Yeah.
I feel like you're overheated.
Yeah. And I
No.
think playing now would just like slow down the overheating process, the
Yeah.
cooling down process, and don't want to do that. So
How
I
long
just-
did you play for?
First game of Among Us was in August.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say he was
I think
playing for like
I
8-9
stopped
months
around June.
every fucking
So, like,
day.
10,
Damn, 10 months.
10 months.
Wow.
I
How
was
many
just-
you did a video every day? For 10
every
months?
day. So I think I upload 200 videos
Holy fuck.
every
Damn.
single day of Among Us. You know how many games of Among Us that is? Because each video has like 4 games.
I saw that.
Those are the good games. There's like even more of just regular games. And I was able to do it because it was fun. But I remember like I was playing with Hafu in the morning, and halfway through I'm like, this is not enjoyable. I am
Yeah.
not having a good time at all. All I think
Yeah.
about is like I need to make content for my YouTube video.
Yeah. It's
And-
it's literally a 9 to 5.
Yeah, it's like I need to do something funny. I need to do something smart. And like I was
Yeah.
writing down all the good games for my editor, and like I just realized that like if I don't get a good game, I'm not having fun at all.
Dude, that is actually crazy. Cause like a lot of people, I know you guys talk about this a lot, but a lot of people are like up and coming content creators,
Yeah.
and you guys say don't. You're gonna lose your mind, right?
Yeah.
That's the common. I feel like that's a common like stipulation within the industry. But would I be right to say, like just from hearing these kinds of experiences from everybody, if you sat down, played a game for 10 months and released a YouTube video every day on that one game, you would probably make yourself known in that scene.
Yeah.
That's the formula. Try it. See if you don't lose your mind. I bet you will.
Yeah, like I think with any game you burn out that fast. Honestly, people expected Among Us to last 2 months with how much we're playing.
Yeah,
But-
it was like a lot.
The problem, not the problem, but like the good and bad thing was it's because the viewers wanted it. It's right. Everyone's telling you play more, play more. We love it, and the viewer count for it is like, oh my god, it's going up. It's going. I'm getting 2 million views a day. Holy shit, this is incredible, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I love Among Us. I love Among Us. And then as your passion for it fades, understandably, when you play
Yeah.
like 6 hours every single day,
It's literally a 9 to 5. What the fuck?
it's like, do I love Among Us or do I like the viewership for it?
Yeah.
And eventually just reaches the point where you're like, okay, enough is enough. I'm happy with what I did, but I can't keep doing it. I'm losing
Yeah.
my passion. So yeah, it'll happen with any game, and it lasts a lot longer than I expected.
I feel like people don't give you guys enough credit. Like professional streamers, it may seem like, oh, it's a dream job or whatever to like kids. Like, you know, like kids these days, they don't say like teacher or like president anymore. They say streamer, singer. Yo, streamers live a hard life, man. It's a hard knock life. Getting there and then staying there is another story in itself.
Yeah, you see a lot of streamers go through like ups and downs. They go from
Yeah.
like the top to like no viewership, and sometimes they just never recover, and they just don't become relevant ever again.
Dude, that must be like the worst mental thing that you could put yourself through.
Yeah.
Like mentally, it must be so draining. Cause like one day, like you said, you're at the top, everyone loves you, you're all over LSF, everyone thinks you're the most hilarious thing like on the planet, and then the next day, who? Omega Lol? Like,
Yeah, and your viewer count is just like, this is your value. Your value is boiled down to this number, and like when it goes up, it's like, oh, I'm worth a lot, and when it goes down, it's like I'm a piece of garbage and I don't deserve happiness, right?
God damn, that sucks, bro. That's you just gotta respect content creators, man, because that's a different kind of grind. That's a mental grind that not a lot of people can handle.
Well, you're gonna find out in January when you start.
I'm
streaming.
only gonna do it for 3 months. Dude.
3 months and you're out.
Well, 3 months, and I'll do it on and off just because I like streaming. But I'm gonna stream, and I literally told everyone that is talking to me about like orgs or like platforms. Like I told them I'm streaming, and I'm gonna make this very apparent to generate revenue for an album because I'm broke, and that's it. And then I'll stream for fun like I did before.
Right.
Some days I'll stream 6 hours. Some days I won't stream. You know, it'll just be for fun.
Looking forward to it.
I am too, dude. I don't know what I'm gonna play though. Probably just play some Valo or something. Jun said he's better than me at Valo. I don't think so.
You don't.
Shut the fuck up. Don't say it. I know it's not it. Don't say it. Just don't say it. Let me have this.
Well, we'll find out in January.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, damn, no, that's a hard question, bro.
What was the question?
The passion thing. How do you recapture your
Oh
own
yeah,
passion?
that's a hard one. This chair is mighty comfortable, by the way.
Maybe that's the trick. Yeah, get a comfortable chair.
This is no, because you know like how racing chairs are usually like pretty shitty.
Mm-hmm.
I just assumed. I just thought people had it because like they had to. They were just breaking their backs for it. But my back feel is phenomenal right now.
Yeah, this one's a little soft in the back. Most gamer chairs are hard for some reason. Like when you lean back, it's like, oh god, it hurts.
Yeah.
But these are soft.
Hashtag getting a Herman Miller in January when I get my
Secret
bonus from this quarter.
Have you been canceled yet?
A little bit, but luckily, like me, since like I don't really have anything, like I don't have sponsors, I don't have like people that I'm responsible for. I can just say like, bro, you guys are overreacting. It's not that big of a deal. Like if anyone's hurt, sorry, but don't try and make something that's a bigger deal than it needs to be, right?
It doesn't get to you though.
A little bit. I'm just more like, is this really the biggest issue that's going on in your life right now? Because the thing they tried to cancel me for was, in my opinion, not very offensive. And even me saying this are gonna piss people off. How dare you say that? I thought you learned your lesson. Like, we need to educate you again. Also, I hate the word educate now.
Explain.
Because when Twitter tries to cancel you,
Oh yeah.
they'll say, we just want him to be educated.
No, they're flaming you.
Yeah.
There you go,
like,
Lucas.
are you a teacher? Like education is so condescending, in my opinion. When it's
Yeah.
like someone who's a teenager.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just an age thing. Like, I can learn things from people younger than me, but when a teenager comes up to you on like Twitter of all places, like, hey, big famous streamer, I'm here to educate you on a topic that you're not aware of, unprompted,
Yeah.
and they expect me to just sit there. It's like, hey, yes, go ahead, tell me everything that I don't know. I would love to hear it. It's just like, no one's gonna have a positive response to that. And I'm a pretty
Yeah.
open-minded person. Like, when someone says, hey, I just want you to know, like, you said this thing that hurt my feelings, I can appreciate that. It's like, yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But when you open up, it's like, hey, you need an education and I'm here to educate you, then it's like, I don't like.
I see where you're coming from. I understand what you're saying. It's condescending.
Yeah.
And I could see it that way too. But maybe I'm just like still too a little like in the K-pop mindset of like, I'm trash and I don't know anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually kind of appreciate it when people let me know. I don't appreciate the cancellations. I appreciate the people who genuinely come and they're like, hey, really big fan, love your music, but you know, I have this and this, and I just wanted you to know that this made me feel a certain way.
Yeah.
That makes me feel really bad, and I genuinely want to learn, and I dig into it, and that's cool for me. But yeah, I think you're right. Most people that come to Twitter, there was a really
Not Twitter
interesting
stands.
comment under a Twitter post. I'm a fan of Your Age. Do you know Your Age?
No.
He's a really funny YouTuber / like reacting like Twitch streamer.
Okay.
And a comment under one of his tweets was, Twitter people aren't real. And I thought that was very eye-opening. And it made me really like delve into it and think about it, and I realized that Twitter is the manifestation of who they want to be in real life. And they want to be explosive and talkative and have an impact, and that's where they redirect all their negative energy to. And after realizing that, it was hard to take Twitter seriously anymore. Unless there was like an actual topic in which like I fucked up, then I'd be like, oh shit, like I fucked up.
Yeah.
But I read that, and then that actually calmed my mind a lot, because I was like, damn, you're right. These people would never do this in real life.
Yeah.
They would never be able to say this in real life, because you know what? They're not Jesus. They wrong too. These are wrong.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing that they will go on a social media platform to
True.
just yell at the world. It's like, this thing made me unhappy and I need everyone to know, and like everyone needs to like work around me kind of deal.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not that important, but you want to feel important. You want to feel like you're making an impact on someone famous to
Yeah.
feel like you're important.
Yeah.
Like, the best feedback I always get is similar to you, where someone just tells me, "Hey, you know, you said this thing, and it was,
7:45 for me.
made me feel bad because of this reason." Like just
Yeah.
an email, it's like, "Yo, you know, I can take that feedback and I'm like, okay, I will try and avoid stuff like that in the future. Thanks for telling me." But when it's on Twitter, sometimes it does feel like people just want to be angry about
wanna
something.
roast
Facts.
Yeah, but they will always say, "Oh, it's because we want you to be educated. We just want you to be better." It's like, if you really
I don't
want
know.
that, then you can just tell me in a constructive manner. If you just
Yeah.
come off the gate saying like you're a sexist, you're a racist, it's like then we
He
can't
probably
have a
gets
conversation.
shit on
If
for
K-pop
anything he
kids don't
does.
like you automatically become a misogynist, racist, sexist, everything you can think of.
But it's like
It's
not-
automatic.
That's not a great way to actually try and get someone to learn or change, right?
Oh, they don't want you. Yeah. Well,
They-
I guess we're past that point, but
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
they don't,
it's Twitter
they don't-
stance.
they
you
don't
know?
care if you would learn.
Yeah, on Twitter it's like they don't really want that. They just want to feel kind of this moral superior. And Twitter is such a big place, right? Filled with different
Yeah.
people. Like we only talk about the toxic ones, and then when you call them out, the toxic ones kind of hide within like the bigger like stan culture and say, "Oh, look, he's being like difficult and like aggressive kind of deal." Because there are like,
Facts.
pretty nice people on Twitter too, like
Yeah.
supportive fans. Like
I
we see
love
them
my
come
Twitter
out.
community.
Yeah, your Twitter community is so nice. Like every time you tweet
Yeah.
about something, like
Yes, evening.
they're all like amazing, love you, and like
Yeah.
always super supportive. And
You know what I get a lot though? Like sometimes I'll call someone out
mhm.
and then they'll be like there'll be backlash like, "Oh, he just told all his fans to attack a minor." And I'm like, first of all, I didn't know she was a minor. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have done that if she was a minor. I didn't want her to be attacked. I don't ask for anyone to be attacked. And I say explicitly the opposite of that. Don't attack anybody. And they're like, "Oh, but like you have a platform and you have power and you should know." And I'm like, dude, you're not gonna like say offensive things towards other people that I care about and just not hear anything from me. They try to cancel me for being friends with you. They try to cancel me
really?
for being friends with Ray.
Was this recent or like?
No, this was back in the day when we first like started interacting. I told them stop, especially with the Rays. I remember Rays. Rays came up and like my Korean and American fans were like very upset with her because they thought the Twitch thing was a bad influence on me and that I was turning into edgy e-boy. How am I e-boy, dude?
He goes to my boy.
But yeah, they were very upset with her and I was like, "Yo, don't attack my friends." And they got pissed, bro.
Mhm.
They were so mad. But
He's not wrong.
I don't know where I was going with this. But yeah, that
But
was
yeah, I mean that's kind of just Twitter culture, and it's slowly kind of like moving to American culture with the Minecraft YouTubers. There are some parallels between like K-pop fans and like Minecraft fans that people say there are these days, where they're just really passionate about the content creators.
Interesting.
So it's been definitely interesting to see as someone who's been
Yes, passionate
on
is the word we're
K-pop
gonna use,
streaming,
right?
to see like K-pop fandom style of like passion is the
Yeah.
word I would use for streamers now.
Yeah, and I think overall in the general gist of things, that's good for the stan culture to become like that.
I can
Because
at least say I've never
K-pop
even
stands,
downloaded
if
Minecraft.
Twitch stands ever become like K-pop stands. K-pop stands are ready to die.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Problem is the haters are ready to die too.
Yeah.
So that's where the problem lies.
True.
But your fans will be there for you no matter what. They'll have your back.
Yeah.
As long as you're not like a clear asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, it's because he knows there's a lot of people that are gonna
respect
see this and
that.
they'll clip some part of it.
K-pop
And
because of that.
Yeah.
Because it's not easy to publicly like K-pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they do it because they're passionate about it.
imagine saying that you don't like K-pop just because you're trying to save face from somebody. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I like what I like, and K-pop's fire. If you're not about it, that's on you.
That 10% of like toxicity that just really wants to yell.
Yeah.
But in the greater like scheme of things, 90% of the fans are super supportive and like just love content, will always support you, right?
Because when I told my boss about Twice, he's like,
They
"What the
are
hell's Twice?" And I was
everywhere.
like, "It's
I wouldn't even
K-pop,"
know
and he was
where-
like, "The fuck is
we wouldn't
K-pop?"
even Be here today.
My boss is
Like,
older than me, so I told him, and he was like,
I think we were.
He's like,
talking
"That's what you're
something
into,
and
man."
my
I was
fans
like, "Hey,
just
dude,
kept reaching out to you.
"Shit's good."
They probably
It's that
couldn't
simple.
shoot.
I was like, "I know you don't really listen to music, so
Oh.
it's all good." He
And then
listens
probably, like,
listens to
TikTok or
NPR.
something.
Literally,
I
that's all he
don't know
listens
how
to.
exactly it happened, but that's how it happens for a lot of artists with me.
Yeah.
And like my fans will almost like promote me to other artists, and then I get linked with them. So like I owe my fans a lot.
Yeah, it's really helpful when the fans make that introduction because
Yeah.
like doing it yourself is kind of like awkward, kind of hard. It's
Yeah.
like you don't want to just hit someone up, but you do like your stuff, right? But having the fans is like, oh, he talked about you and you talked about him. It's like, why not, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
It just makes more sense, right?
shout out to all the nice fans out there. All right, second last question. Super Pack says, a couple of weeks ago, I turned down a newer friend and reached out to try and check the temperature of our friendship. I turned a newer friend down. They informed me that they had no interest in being friends. Oh, it's like a friend zone kind of question.
Wait, I don't get it.
So someone made a friend and that friend asked them out.
Oh, okay.
They informed me they had no interest in being friends and were only interested in a relationship with me. I don't know what to say. Should I be upset with that logic? I like being around this person, but I'm just not romantically interested.
Toastface, dude.
Hard one.
Yeah.
Is it?
Now, when you ask, should I be upset? Well, you should feel whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, you're allowed to feel your emotions, but
But he also has they didn't specify gender, but that person also has the right to like not want to be friends, right? Because some people are just looking for a relationship, and being friends with you while not being in a relationship with you can be difficult as well, because they like you but they can't be with you, but
True.
they have to be around you and it might suck for them.
yeah.
So if you're upset, you should feel upset. But I think a lot of problems arise. The whole friend zone problem arise because of this, where like one person's interested, but the other person's not. And I think this person's just wanna, hey, I don't wanna be in the friend zone. I like you. Can we date? And if not, totally cool. I'm gonna go though.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever been in the friend zone, Jay?
Probably have. There have been many ventures into the world of love that have failed,
Uh-huh.
but I probably have. I can't remember any off the top of my head, but I do agree that. That's what's so interesting. I feel like as I'm growing older, I learned that everyone has the right to feel the way they want, even though logically my brain is telling me you shouldn't, and there's a right side to it.
Fights over the tickets.
In
I
human
mean, what,
interaction, there isn't.
the only thing we're fighting for is the fact that we couldn't
Just
get
feel
any.
what you feel, because that's what you are. You're human. Everyone's different. So I mean, I guess you could be pissed that he doesn't want to be friends or whatever, but I guess it's within his rights, because he's respecting your privacy as well by saying, hey, if not, I'll back off. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, imagine if you got heartbroken by someone that you've liked for a little bit. You wouldn't want to see them every day.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to text them. There's no shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess just flip the shoes.
And honestly, it sounds like if you guys were friends, this person is just gonna
What?
try and make things happen again. That would probably be uncomfortable as well.
Yeah. No, I
it's-
could see that. That's a good point.
It's definitely better to set boundaries first. And
It's not what Gator said.
if you don't want to date him, tell him, hey, I don't want to date. I'm sorry. I would love to be your friend. And it's up to him to decide whether or not it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
But it's always not a great idea to be good friends with someone who wants a relationship while you don't. I think that just creates a lot of potential resentment.
Yep.
Yeah. And like a lot of angst that just sits down, and like no one could really say anything because it's kind of petty
Yeah.
to say anything. It's just not a good scenario, I feel like. Probably. Unfortunate, super unfortunate.
Yeah, shitty situation.
Yeah.
A situation that I'm sure a lot of people go through, and it's hard. Well, that's the viewer questions for the day. Remember, you can leave all these questions in the Offline TV subreddit. We have a weekly thread. You ever check out subreddit? You use Reddit?
A little bit.
Okay. You ever pop by our subreddit?
No, I just check my name to see if I've done anything wrong the day of.
Yeah, it's pretty anxiety inducing, but it's also nice to have a place. It's like if I fuck up, I'm gonna find out through the Reddit somehow.
I really wish it didn't exist.
But that's gonna do it for today. Thank you all so
I'm too much of a
for
boomer to really
watching.
fuck
Thank
with
you,
Reddit.
Jay.
Like I use it every now and again for like
This was a lot of fun.
tech
that was a
threads,
good
but
conversation.
that's
felt like,
about
it
it.
felt like 10 minutes with you.
Damn. Coming on to me, bro?
We'll be back next week with a a new guest. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. And you can find Jay on Twitch
Yeah.
in
probably
a couple
Twitch.
months.
Yeah.
Is it just Ish?
Yeah, what's the
official?
classic music?
Yeah,
tag?
I used to,
EAJ Park official at Twitch.
was EHJ Park taken?
Yeah.
Would you want that if you could?
I would, but I don't think I'm gonna get it.
Oh, don't worry.
Someone has it.
I'm sure we can ask some questions.
yeah?
Yeah, we can
yeah,
figure it out.
we
Yeah.
know people. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.
We know people, yeah.